Hello friends, welcome back to the discussion on innovations in distribution channel systems and distribution channel management. Now, in my earlier discussion, I talked about the scope, sphere, importance of innovation in distribution channel systems with some of the examples, few of the examples, and then I tried to emphasize upon some key elements which we should be focusing upon. And the point of concern is that how should we be doing that. So, we have several examples, several case studies which we can dwell upon. You can observe that, and the last thought which I left you with was that look at the products which were not there before. You wanted those products somehow, and now you are having those products, and also look at those products which were there somehow and they are not there anymore. It is not that those products would have perished, but somehow distribution channels would not have innovated as well, others would have done that, and that is the importance of innovation in channel management, and that is what we are going to emphasize upon. But before that, just to generate a chord, that the last point which we were discussing in our preceding session is associated with levels of distribution, and when we talked about 0 level, level 1, level 2, level 3. So, you see, manufacturer to consumer, and this speaks about eliminating different channels or channel partners out of the scenario. And when we go for manufacturer to retailer to consumer, that means retailer is doing so many jobs, you have merged those or somehow you have created a system wherein you do not require others. This may also be dependent upon the product category we belong to, industry we belong to, or larger market sphere of B2B, B2C, which requires for us to do that. And I emphasize upon desire and requirement of reach, which was the key word and has been the key word up till now and still would remain like so. Then level 2, manufacturer, wholesaler, retailer and consumer, and then one or two may enter into the sphere at large. So, consumer marketing channels, this is how we will look at the larger picture. Then you may have as far as some deviations in B2B, specifically industrial marketing channels, wherein definitely 0 level is there, then level 1 industrial distributors are there, and then manufacturers representatives going towards industrial distributors or directly towards industrial consumers. And then again you have manufacturers representatives going to industrial consumers, industrial distributors, we have a complex picture which is required by, for example, a product is not manufactured here, its product is imported from somewhere, that product is required as a capital good by some industry or a spare part by the product which a manufacturer is producing, less used spare part. Sometimes in medical supplies there are some goods which are required as equipment which have to justifiably support a system of, let us say, testing. And for example, testing kits in coronavirus were being manufactured by someone, but the basic ingredient comes from somewhere else, and so on. There are several kinds of things which are associated with several kinds of products in both the categories, in consumer marketing channels as well as industrial marketing channels. So, but the thought associated with the whole situation here is that what new can be done as far as enhancing the reach goes, because if somehow we do that, either we are fighting tough with the competition or giving the competition a very tough time, or somehow we are a step ahead in terms of as far as market expansion goes before anyone tries to do that, and or somehow that will enable us to customize the products in due course of time, depending upon if we have that kind of a reach, and market feedback or market research says that there has to be a customization vis-a-vis different kinds of market spheres. That will be the motivating point for us to go for such kind of a customization in the products and production systems at large also. So, that that definitely I will be talking about systematically in my last session in this segment as far as distribution systems goes, wherein I would be emphasizing upon the relationship of each one of these with others and so on. So, we have been talking about reach, but now we have to associate reach with another element, that is time. Reaching somewhere in time, and in time means two things. One is very important, that before anyone reaches there, before anyone else. Now, that justifies the competition as well as the dilution of the need as such, and we have been talking about substitution and alternatives basically. You see, if you will not be there, and even if a substitute is not there, then some alternative would definitely come because need is there. So, before anyone reaches there, that is a very important point as far as the whole scenario goes. But the more important point is that we have to be there at the time of the need. Need must be the focus fundamentally. So, because if need completely gets diluted, somehow people forget about that, and you see they feel that we can do without it, leave aside substitution and alternatives, then we have lost the market completely, and that is where reaching somewhere in time is very important. And I would emphasize upon a very important case of the packaging material, contemporary packaging material for example. If somehow you see packaging is a huge market, it not only supports transition of goods from the manufacturer to the suppliers and to the consumers, whatever channel systems we have just seen while talking about that. Then there are consumer based packaging material, wherein people carrying things from the shops or from the stores to their homes in something, whatever it is. Milk is being carried, soft drink, people are carrying goods, everything. Packaging industry is huge. Just wonder, and we should wonder that technically also right now, because environmental considerations and climate change considerations require us to wonder about these kind of things, that should we be eliminating the material which we used for carrying goods from stores to our houses, at least should that be eliminated from the picture? It should be. It would be good for the environment if we try to think that way, and I strongly support that. But wonder that all these manufacturers of this particular kind of a category of products, if they wouldn't have reached there at the time of the need of the customer, and that need would have subsided, we were already carrying our own shopping bags with us from homes. Cloth made shopping bags were very common. Every person who used to go to market, they used to carry their own bags. People still do that. People are trying to come back to that scenario, but by this time the packaging industry, or the carry bag industry, or different kinds of materials which are being used for all such purposes, this industry has grown too big, and large part of this industry is definitely detrimental to the environment, which is a matter of big concern as of now. But the point of concentration is at this moment is that because they were very innovative as far as their whole reach in time perspective goes, and they manage their channels so well. Material traveled from different kinds of countries to almost all the parts of the world. Local manufacturers were developed in due course of time, their strength was developed, they became the distribution partners for that material by changing the form of that material in the form of different sorts of bottles, or let us say bags, or let us say cartons, or whatsoever. If we will just try to analyze the strength of this kind of a material which has taken place in due course of time, you would realize it's humongous. It's not good definitely, but it's humongous. So, I am not commending the material or the change which this industry has brought in. I personally feel very concerned about that, but there innovative perspective around the reach beat up the other kinds of processes which could have taken place and would have definitely been better in as far as the whole scenario goes. Look around you, you would find packaging material everywhere, in every form. Go to any departmental store, everywhere. So, that is the perspective, that is the strength of one kind of innovation which one kind of an industry brought into us. And emphasizing upon the positive side of reach in time kind of a perspective by in terms of channel management, look at COVID-19. All of us were dependent upon distribution channels. Their channel management innovation was so effective. They created, efficiency is one part, but they were so innovative in taking products through and through, especially medical supplies, vaccines. The kind of channel management innovation which was done in terms of vaccines, wherein testing and then vaccination was done, was excellent, and India is lauded around the world for such kind of a channel management innovation, and this is practically channel management innovation which we have seen in COVID-19 situation. And then other goods also. You see, wherever we were, supplies were never short. How did they do that? We have been observing that, and that is precisely the point which I am trying to make. And then comes in another point of concentration, is that identify the right channel partners who can support your innovation at large, who can support your reach in time perspective at large. Consistent association with these channel partners whom you have identified. So, consistency as far as the association with these partners is concerned is an important element. This consistency can have a connection with the benefits of the partners, that is one part. Then the kind of direct monetary gains which are slightly lesser in terms of as far as the whole benefit goes. So, benefit is a larger thing basically. Benefit is again long term gains or those kind of things are also included. The prospects of consistent sales is also included there, and so on. Then comes in brand association, because here a lot of effort has not to be made by the channel partner, which we have seen in the last segment when we were talking of push and pull. So, brand association, what kind of brand you have built for your products so that your channel partners are happy with that. And you see, brand perspective actually supports the innovation which you desire for in whole of the channel management system goes. Longevity in terms of your partners gain, that is one part. So, one benefits and monetary benefits and brand perspective should be associated with the longevity of those kind of benefits in due course of time. These are broader factors which are associated with as far as developing the strength as far as the whole channel management system goes. And for developing, for strengthening these factors, we have to be innovative. That is the point which I am trying to make. Another element is how strongly you innovate upon developing a strong connection between the channel partners and your communication with the channel partners. That is again within channel communication and innovation has to be brought in as far as this internal consistency within the channel management system goes. Internal consistency definitely has been supported a lot by technological innovations and connectivity in due course of time, reducing the inventory load on the channel partners, eliminating the wastage of the products which are stored by the channel partners, that reduces your losses as well as their loss, and so on. Several kinds of things are very important, which are definitely supported by as far as shipping and transportations and these kind of things go. So, the methods through which you are carrying goods to your channel partners and to the end customer are very important, and as far as those methods go, how do you support those companies to manage their systems as well as how those companies support your systems to be managed is extremely important. For example, if Federal Express is supporting an automotive company to reduce the inventory load of their godowns by taking their goods which are required anywhere in this world by their consumers or customers in time, that means Federal Express as an organization is supporting the systems of their customers, and their customers, by maintaining the strength of their own systems and using Federal Express strength rationally, supports the business of Federal Express at large. So, that is a two-way kind of a process which is very successful, and this is a case study which you may fetch from any relevant source, how Federal Express kinds of organizations, they support different kinds of organizations to reduce their inventory loads and vice versa, gain the strength from their businesses as well. So, there are several aspects which we have to focus upon in terms of innovation reach models. So, when we are talking of reach in time, so physical transportation is one, and apart from that, digitalization in terms of sourcing, identifying the suppliers at the local levels, rationalizing the supplies of different kinds of products from one place to the other place wherever they are required or not required. And one more thing which has been added in due course of time as far as effective channel management or innovative channel management goes is drones nowadays. And you see, now we are focusing upon nano drones as well. So, carrying smaller goods to different parts in smaller quantities whenever they are required, smaller distance, smaller goods, smaller sort of quantity. So, that is the perspective which drones are adding to as far as innovative channel management goes. When drones were getting into picture, no one thought of that they would be used as a channel management, part of channel management system. So, digitalization, physical larger good supplies and drones, all these things when they come together, for example, Maersk, a large company which is carrying goods from all the parts of the world in larger ships reaching to different ports and supplying goods in time from one port to the other port, is supported by rationalized support of digital management systems which starts from the departmental store to the manufacturer, making everyone aware that what kinds of quantities are required at different levels at different locations, is supported by drones to carry smaller quantity of goods from this place to that place within a local geography. If all of this system is working in association with each other effectively, that makes a lot of sense in terms of innovative perspective and channel management system goes. And you see that goes both for both of the systems, industrial channel management system as well as consumer channel management system. And as I said, lines get blurred when for example, few goods which are related to industrial or B2B supplies, and those goods can be required by the customers, end consumers in smaller quantities. For example, adhesives. Adhesives earlier were supplied for business from business to business kind of perspective, but then by changing the packaging, as packaging industry I talked about, packaging industry thought of customizing and innovating upon their different sizes which they were producing and the different kinds of material that they were producing, and that enabled the manufacturers of these B2B kinds of adhesives to be utilized for B2C markets as well. And then they started looking at all the markets universally. So, on one hand they are supplying similar kinds of adhesives or with slight different alteration as per the industrial requirement to industrial partners and then to consumer partners as well. And in India, Fevicol is a very large example on this as far as the whole scenario goes. So, you see, that is the element which we are trying to build upon as far as the whole perspective of innovation in channel management system goes. And now let me build up a case around digital channels for you, just to enhance the strength of our discussion. So, the digital revolution has transformed distribution strategies, which with customers becoming more comfortable buying online and the use of smartphones, exploding traditional brick and mortar channel strategies are being modified or even replaced. So, this I would be taking up in retail as well, but then here we are just focusing upon distribution channel management as far as the whole scenario goes. Customers now want the advantage of digital vast product selection, abundant product information, helpful customer reviews and tips, and physical stores, personalized service, detailed physical examination of products and overall experience. This came forward because of the innovation in distribution channel management system. Key is to provide seamless channel integration between both, and that is the kind of point which we are trying to make here. Then there is multi-channel marketing, and you see here we are trying to build up the case around the innovation in distribution channels. So, multi-channel marketing is the process of using two or more marketing channels to reach customer segments or targets, and I have been continuously talking about micro segments and targets. HP Hewlett Packard has used its sales force to sell to large accounts, outbound marketing to sell to medium sized accounts, direct mail with an inbound number to sell to smaller accounts, retailers to sell to still smaller accounts, and the internet to sell specialty items. And everywhere we can see customization and innovation as far as distribution channel management goes. In multi-channel marketing, each channel targets a different segment of buyers, even micro segments or individual targets, or different need states for one buyer, and delivers the right products in the right places at the right time in the right way at the least possible cost. HP has grown too big with all these innovations within that sphere. They are a good product, but they have effective, good, innovative channel management system as well. When it does not happen, there can be channel conflict, excessive cost or insufficient demand, and that is what we have been trying to build up around since the beginning of this segment. Omni-channel marketing. Omni-channel marketing is one which multiple channels work seamlessly together and match each target customer's preferred ways of doing business, delivering the right product information and customer service regardless of whether customers are online, in the store or on the phone. Here there is a strategic integration of all the possible points of contact between customers, prospects and the marketer and or marketer's products. These include the channels for media, including social media, sales, distribution and customer support. Here this point emphasizes strongly upon our discussion on market expansion and market development at large, market development as well as market opportunity development at large. The major difference between omni-channel and multi-channel is that the channels are synchronized and connected in such a manner that customers can move between them seamlessly. Look at Disney, and it has been one of my favorite examples. Walt Disney Company is an excellent example of innovations in omni-channel marketing that have propelled the company to huge success. It starts with their My Disney experience, which is available in both mobile and desktop devices. My Disney experience tool helps the guests to plan their Walt Disney World vacation. It gives the guests a seamless customer experience between online planning, phone support as well as in-person experience. VR systems are also being included in these kind of things, and this kind of a process now, virtual reality, to have a beforehand experience of what they would be finding in reality there, that also is being used as far as this kind of a situation goes. Through the tool, the guests are able to purchase tickets, access them, view daily show times, reserve and manage dining, order food, control hotel reservations, check transportation times and even buy merchandises. Last discussion when I was talking about pricing, I mentioned about this fact that many a times many of the successful models within a different industry are used by different industries as such. This kind of a thing now is being used by cinema halls for cinema booking when you are going for viewing a movie in a multiplex. This is also used by train booking systems or airlines and many systems as such. This experience which Walt Disney has generated is continued with the use of wristbands called Disney's Magic Bands that connects the guest to their predetermined My Disney experience choices. How everything is seamlessly getting connected and generating a greater market for Walt Disney. The band have all the information, it has all the information like park tickets, dining reservations, room key access and more stored in them. It can even access the credit cards stored on their accounts, allowing the guests to make payments as and when required. The guests staying on site do not need to carry around their shopping bags, as they will deliver all the purchases to their hotel rooms for free. Disney not only targets children, as there are offerings available to the guests of any age. By harnessing their knowledge and innovations, the organization is able to reach to the customers very effectively, reaching to the customer in time. And you see, that is the statistics associated with as far as the whole situation goes. Annual revenue of Walt Disney Company by segment, linear networks, parks and experiences, direct to consumer, content sales, consumer products, and it is in billions of dollars. The slide here is self exemplifying. An integrated marketing channel system is also there, and we have been talking about it, channel integration. It is one which in which the strategies and tactics of selling through one channel reflects the strategies and tactics of selling through one or more other channels. That is what you call integration. Adding more channels gives companies three important benefits. One, the first is it increases the market coverage, that is the main point of concern, and reach should support that. The second benefit is lower channel cost. Selling online is cheaper than using personal selling to reach small customers. It may be vice versa if we are talking of micro segments, or let us say distributed channel system supporting manufacturing at one place. So, that and customization of products at the local levels by using some local partners to customize the products. So, this can be a different story in that kind of a case. The third is the ability to do more customized selling, such as by adding a technical sales force to sell complex equipment at the end of the day. On one side you can develop a rural market as HLL did and Patanjali did. On the other side you can support complex products. On the other side you can support customization of the products as such, and McDonald's and several other organizations, they do that. They source the raw material from different parts of the world and they customize that according to the local consumers' needs, and definitely the distribution channel system has to play a very effective role in that, and innovation in that distribution channel system makes or enables McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts kinds of organizations to universalize the tastes which they have been positioning as far as the whole system goes. However, there is a trade off. New channels typically introduce conflict and problems with control and cooperation. Companies need to think through their channel architecture and determine which channels should perform which functions. In China, the use of multi-channel called online to offline services have made it more convenient for customers to buy products such as travel, and online to offline services offer lower prices and have put considerable price pressure on traditional physical stores only firms. There is a connection between channels and channels to customers. Transportation is a key. I have been talking about that, and you see there are, I talked about Federal Express. There are companies like Rivigo which innovated upon, and I have talked about this organization before as well, which innovated upon as far as the whole scenario goes, and technological advancements have played a key role in the innovation, which real time data and artificial intelligence delivering better and optimized results it brings in as far as the whole situation goes. World's largest container shipping companies, APM, Maersk, I have talked about Maersk just now in preceding examples, and this slide would exemplify several kinds of things. And as I was talking about Rivigo, and this is the last part which I want to emphasize upon, that how your transportation systems or organizations which are innovating within their systems can support innovation which you are forcing. So, Rivigo uses their relay trucking model, where the driver changes after every few hundred kilometers of driving through a network of changeover stops called relay pit stops, and then get rostered back to their home base to return to their families every single day. This unique model ensures 50 to 70% reduction in the transit times, further aiding their customers. This also comes with the benefit of ensuring the safety of the drivers and so on. This is the point which we are trying to make as far as the channel management system goes. The innovation called by you can be reflected in the process of your transporting partner or the organization which is supporting you in shipping your goods. Their innovation definitely would support whatever you are trying to do in satisfying your customer needs. Point is reach and reach in time. Remember these elements, and I will be building upon the case around retail and retail management, taking a chord from this discussion and then taking you towards the integration of all the elements within marketing sphere to emphasize upon the importance of innovation in distribution channel systems. I will be catching up back with you with lots of insights on innovations in retail. Till then, goodbye.